Hello guys, welcome back to our weekly vlog series. My name is Novianto.
And my name is Henki.
In today's vlog, will be to celebrate World Teachers Day that happens today as of the day we're recording right now, the 5th of October 2019 on Saturday.
The reason for this vlog is to broaden your horizon with international event. World Teachers Day is an international event and should be a day where we be thankful to all of the teachers in the world that contribute so much in our educational system.
Although there isn't a real international event where we can attend and show you guys, but World Teachers Day is still an international day that should not be forgotten because teachers play a big part in our future, not just our education, but I believe they also affect how a student behave or act.
The purpose of doing this is to let our viewers know more about our educational system, but of course, the main point of why this video is made is to actually be thankful to all the teachers who have actually taught us throughout our more than or less than 12 years of education from kindergarten to high school. In my primary school, I remember that I often skipped class and I took the school fee to buy some in-game currency. I remember one time when I took my mom money to buy the game currency and my mom found out when she is trying to put my books to my school bags. My mom called me and asked me why I bring so much money to school. I tried to lie, but my mom doesn't believe me, and after that day, I never took my money to buy game money again.
During my primary school years, it made up most of my best childhood memories. I remember playing hide and seek or chasing my friends every class break. Although it is quite unhealthy as I always have just eaten my lunch before playing with them. I also remember myself doodling the desk, the wall, or sometimes my friend's book. One of the most memorable memories is that I used to be always get scolded because my friends always try to talk to me during class and I was the one to be blamed. Most teachers in my primary school were all above 30 or 40 years old and they were all really wise and I really look up to them. They really made good examples for young students to follow and they taught us a lot, not just school projects but many basic morals and philosophies in life.
Most of my teachers in my primary school is kind. As Jeff, the Indonesian language teacher at my 6th grade, he scolded me so hard when my grade is bad in weekly tests. Because of that, I studied harder in his subject to avoid being scolded by him again. It proved that his teaching methods is good because my grade gradually rise in his subject and thanks to him, I am able to get a good score in my national exam. In junior high school, I didn't study at all. All I do is playing games all days until I met a new friend at grade 9. He always calls me to study and we often compete whose grade is higher. This competition made me competitive and study harder than before, although I doesn't study so hard. I remember that my friend and I compete for the national exam and I just won one from 4 subjects that is tested in national exam. It was English. My grade is quite good and I got accepted in National Senior High School called SMA Negeri 2 Tanjung Pinang.
During my junior high school years, I studied plenty during the first year, but from second year to the third year, I started to gradually lose interest. And by the time I was in the third year, I forgot much about the basics in mathematics. So there was actually not much vivid or fond memories from my junior high school years, except that one time during the farewell party, where my friends, everyone was laughing and then shedding tears during a speech from the student representative.
I told that my primary school Indonesian language teacher is the worst one I ever see. It's all changed when I met the Indonesian language teacher at grade 8. I remember that I forgot to do his homework and I prayed so hard for not choosing me to talk about my homework, but he chose me. I said that I forgot to do his homework and he called me to crouch 2 hours until his subject is done. When I reached home, I copied one of the internet answer to my homework, and the next day, I have been asked about my homework again. I read my homework and he asked me that if I copied from internet. I said yes, and he called me to crouch 2 hours again. But because of that teacher, my grade is very good in the national exam.
During my senior high school years, I had the fondest and most memorable memories. I used to ride my motorcycle to school every morning, although I was yet to possess a driving license. It was actually really common in my hometown for high school students to go to school by motorcycle, and the police wouldn't even bat an eye. During my senior high school, I was very interested in all the subjects and I was very motivated to study. The teachers were all really passionate in teaching. I would often go to the office and ask about the subject, and the teachers were always really passionate in explaining them to me.
The senior high school is changing my whole life. The culture here is so different compared to my primary school. I changed the way I studied too. I usually studied until 12 p.m. all day, even if it's Sunday, because I want to be a doctor. I keep getting good grade so I can go to one of the best national university in Indonesia. I got a decent grade in national exam too. When I talked to my parents about going to the university I desire, my mom told me that I should just study in Batam. I'm so sad because I studied so hard to become a doctor, but at the end I go to UIB to study computer science. The teacher that I like in my senior high school is actually my maths tuition school teacher. I am so bad at maths, I can't even divide. But because of the tuition and the teacher, I became good at maths and able to get a great score in exam.
So that's it for today's video. If you find this video interesting,
Don't forget to leave a like
comment,
and subscribe.
subscribe.
See you next week. Bye.